Today, we're going to talk about something that's really changing the game and how we fight cancer. I mean, imagine turning a blunt instrument into a guided missile. We're talking about a whole new class of drugs that acts like a microscopic smart bomb, and one company that's pretty much mastering this.
You know, for decades, this has been the holy grail of cancer research. Traditional treatments like chemotherapy, they're just notoriously blunt instruments, right? That carpet bomb the body, causing all these devastating side effects. But what if we could do better?
Well, the answer lies in this amazing technology called an antibody-drug conjugate, or ADC for short. The best way to think of it, it's a smart bomb for cancer. It's this ingenious combination of a super-specific targeting system, that's the antibody, and an incredibly powerful warhead, which is a toxic drug payload.
Okay, so how does this smart bomb actually work? It's a beautifully simple three-step process, really. First, the antibody part seeks out a unique marker that's only found on cancer cells. Then, boom, it binds securely to that cell. And finally, the whole package gets taken inside where that powerful drug payload is released, destroying the cancer cell from the inside out. Super targeted, super efficient, and it minimizes that collateral damage.
So yeah, this technology, it isn't just a small step forward. We're talking about a monumental leap in our arsenal against cancer. And that brings us to the main character in our story today, a company that is absolutely mastering this new frontier.
That company is Kelun-Biotech. They're a biopharma innovator based in China, and they have really emerged as a powerhouse in this field. I mean, they're not just participating in this ADC revolution, they are actively leading it on the global stage.
So, what's their secret sauce? Well, it's this proprietary platform they call OptiDC. And this isn't just about making ADCs, it's about making better ADCs. It lets them fine-tune every single component, the antibody, the drug, and even the linker that holds them together, to create the most effective and the safest smart bomb possible.
And believe me, they have the results to prove it. Let's take a look at their flagship product.
So meet sacituzumab tirumotecan, or Sac-TMT for short. This is the drug that really put Kelun's OptiDC platform on the map. It's the proof in the pudding, you know? It shows their technology isn't just some theory. It's actually out there, saving lives.
So what does Sac-TMT do? Well, it targets a protein called TROP2. Think of TROP2 as a giant red flag that pops up on the surface of a lot of really aggressive cancers. And here's the thing, it's already approved in China for some of the most difficult to treat forms of breast and lung cancer, the kind where other treatments have pretty much failed.
And just look at the data. This brilliantly shows the drug's power. In a major trial for a specific type of breast cancer, Sac-TMT more than doubled the time patients lived without their disease getting worse. We're talking from 4.1 months on chemo all the way up to 8.3 months. That is a staggering 65% reduction in the risk of progression. For patients, that's an incredible gift of time.
And here's the kicker. Sac-TMT isn't just another drug. Its approval for lung cancer was a world's first for this kind of ADC. That really cemented Kelun-Biotech's status as a true innovator.
But you know, world-class science is only half the battle. You gotta have a great business strategy too. And Kelun, they've got a brilliant one.
The company is basically playing this clever two-handed game. On one side, they're building up their own sales force to go after the massive market in China. But on the other side, they're partnering with the giants of the industry to take their drugs global. This lets those big partners shoulder the insane cost and risk of running those huge international trials. It's smart. And let me tell you, that strategy paid off. Big time. The global pharma giant Merck Co, they were looking to add some cutting-edge tech to their own oncology pipeline. Well, they saw the game-changing potential in Kelun's platform and decided to make a very, very big bet. And when I say big, I mean staggering. It started with a $1.2 billion upfront payment. And this wasn't for some future promise. This was cash on the table, a massive vote of confidence in Kelun's science. But wait, that $1.2 billion? That was just the down payment. The total value of the deal could reach a stunning $10 billion as the drugs hit all these different development and sales milestones. This one partnership, it instantly put Kelun-Biotech in the global major leagues. Okay, but this kind of ambition, this level of innovation, it does not come cheap. And that brings us to the financial reality of what is really a very high-stakes gamble.
Yeah, developing these revolutionary drugs costs an absolute fortune.
So Kelun's in this race, right? They're trying to grow their revenue as fast as they can, while at the same time pouring tons of money back into R&D to fuel that next wave of discoveries.
And if you want to see the scale of that investment, just look at these numbers. In 2024, the company spent over 1.2 billion RMB on R&D alone. Now, to put that in perspective for you, that's nearly 2/3 of their entire revenue being plowed right back into the science. This is a company that is absolutely all in on its technology.
So what does that massive spending mean? Well, it means the company isn't profitable yet. They posted a net loss of 267 million RMB. But, and this is the crucial point, that loss is shrinking fast. It's down 53% from the year before. The ship is turning, and it's turning fast.
So this really gets to the core tension of the story, right? On one side, you've got the risks, these huge R&D costs, ongoing losses, fierce competition, and all the regulatory and geopolitical hurdles. But on the other side, you have these incredibly powerful catalysts for growth, more drug approvals on the horizon, positive data from 16 global phase 3 trials, and of course, billions in potential milestone payments.
So the big question is, when does this bet pay off? Well, the consensus among industry analysts is pretty clear. They forecast the company will break even and hit profitability by 2027 as their blockbuster drugs really start to gain more ground.
And that leaves us with the big question. Kelun-Biotech is playing this high-risk, high-reward game, betting billions on its science to build the next generation of cancer's smart bombs. The risks are enormous, for sure, but the potential rewards for patients and investors alike are just revolutionary. So will this incredibly bold strategy make them a global leader in the future of cancer treatment? That's a story we'll definitely be watching.